Well, I think the three biggest things, one is the transportation network itself.
Everything from roads to airports to ports.
Yeah, but also transportation itself. If you take a look at things like traffic congestion, other things, we've got to get more public transportation. We lag the world in public transportation. The other thing would be the energy grids, both the electric grid and the oil and gas grid. The electric grid again is ancient in this country in many places. The things we have to do with the grid are well behind. But even the energy grid, the Keystone Pipeline gets a lot of publicity, but there are bottlenecks all over this country. We now have all this oil and gas, but in terms of getting the pipelines and things in place for both gas and for the oil in places like the Bakken and things is a real, and it takes a long time to get things built in this country these days. And then I would say the water infrastructure as well is interesting. We did a thing called the Green Cities Index 2 years ago. We ranked cities in the US and Canada, top 25 cities in terms of sustainability. And one of the areas we looked at was water. And I visited a mayor in one of the large cities in the Northeast in New England because they had something like 30% water loss from the time they put water into the system until it gets to the homes and businesses, 30%, which is huge. And I said, well, what do you think the issues are? And he said, well, that water system was put in, just after the war. And I said, World War II. He said, no, the Civil War.
Oh my God.
So that's what we're looking at in this country. And we're looking at infrastructure here, which is, occasionally things get upgraded, but on the whole, the water, the energy, the electricity, the transportation network, all the big infrastructure things are lagging far behind other countries. And when you're a big global company, you're taking a look at not just is there demand in that market, but do they have the infrastructure that you can do things, because in any of these places, export is important as well. So